Today we are talking about proactive YouTube. That's almost 100% of our Google ad spend. We also spend a little bit on brand to protect ourselves from people that want to be just as high in search engine as us. Then just a little bit of display remarketing and everything else on YouTube. Few things I like about YouTube. It has a very wide reach and you can get really cool with the targeting, because what I do like about targeting is that I can target based on what a person is doing, not who they are, which I think is a big issue with the difference between like Facebook and Google. YouTube is top and middle of the funnel, and I think it's the next TV. There is more video consumption on YouTube than any other social media platform, and now with the streaming TV and connected TV is right behind that. So it's extremely powerful network, and that's the only network you can track conversions. Google recommends spending 15 times your average cost per acquisition per day for 8 days before you should actually start to see optimization takes place. So it's expensive, but it's worthwhile as an investment. And when I say worthwhile investment, there is an X and Y graph that I usually like to draw for clients. X is ad spend, that's your vertical. Y is time, and that's the length of time that you are going to be running your ads. So if I spend $100 a day, it's going to optimize, let's say, over 10 weeks. Well, if I spend $200 a day, it will optimize over 5 weeks. Or if I spend $300 a day, it optimizes over 2.5 weeks. So the more you spend, the quicker it optimizes. When you advertise on YouTube, you need engage view conversions. And engage view conversions mean did someone watch the ad for longer than 10 seconds and not click on anything with inside the Google Ads ecosystem but still convert. I mean, maybe they went directly, organically through social, whatever it may be, and Google needs that in order to optimize. So that's why engage view conversions came out. So Google could actually see some feedback initially and say, okay, we know these people are seeing our ad and we know they are converting. I had a person reach out to me on LinkedIn that says, hey, is it possible that Google didn't get any conversion on YouTube, but my organic direct conversion just keep going up and up? I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely possible. It's expensive, it's hard to track conversions, it doesn't see all the conversions. You have to be really good marketer to run YouTube, because you have to know where to look, but that's an attribution video, that's a video for another day. Today we are gonna build YouTube campaign. If you create a campaign without goal guidance and you are using video, then you get all these cool options: video views, efficient reach, that's where you combine all formats in YouTube, meaning bumpers, skippable ads, YouTube shorts and in-feed videos. A target frequency campaign which is gonna get you as many impressions per person as possible. Non-skip in-stream, it's a 15 seconds, those are the ones that really annoy people because it might be irrelevant and now you are stuck watching it for 15 seconds. I don't really like this too much because they also don't self-optimize. Dry conversion, this is my favorite one here. Ad sequence really cool. I haven't had great conversion data to support that it works well, but I think that the benefits outweigh the cost. Ad sequence means you can actually put a video 1, 2 and 3 in a sequence. It says as soon as someone sees video 1, then he sees video 2, then he sees video 3. So if you want to tell a brand story, or if you want to use it as a remarketing campaign to tell a story to a person why your brand is good, and also you can offer a discount after showing a testimonial video, that's a campaign type for you. And then audio, this one's new, this actually allowing you to run YouTube ads to people who are listening to YouTube and not watching it. But what I would say is your most beneficial option are sales or leads. You are going to be stuck using maximize conversion beating strategy, which is okay. Maximize conversion beating strategy is what is going to allow this to optimize. And remember, when I said engage in view conversions, here you will see an engage view conversion window of 30 days. This is the maximum you can use. I use it always though, because you are going to see people that watch your ads and then convert versus click on your ads and then convert. The clicks you can track for 90 days and the engage view just for 30 days. Use this, it will absolutely help optimize your campaigns fast. So we are just going to use sales. Or if you attach a feed, you can choose 4 or more items to be shown with your YouTube campaign. And you will see a YouTube shopping campaign, it looks like this. You will see a video and then you will have the products next to it or below it, depending upon if you are on a mobile or desktop. It just depends on how you are viewing it, but you will actually see the products along with the YouTube video if you attach a feed. but you have to have more than 4 products. Let's use sales for now, and we are gonna use video. Dry conversions. So this is the only thing that you can use. Now you can use maximize conversions, and you can use a different variation of target CPA so it works well. Here you can see the maximize conversion based strategy or target CPA, so this is the variable that you can change. Target ROAS is not available because Google hates us, but maximize conversions and target CPA are good enough. Just take your average order value, divide it by 2, and then bam, that's your target CPA. I know TROAS is actually a harder beating strategy for Google to achieve because it says, hey, show a cold traffic audience a video, but don't do it unless you're gonna know that they are gonna make a purchase and also a big one. But target CPA is like, if you don't think they're gonna buy anything, don't show it to them. It's like kind of binary. Like this person is not interested and this person is interested. We're just going to call this proactive YouTube. Now this part is actually horrible. You can choose frequently in or interested in. It's going to default to frequently in and interested in, and you cannot change it even after you create the campaign. It will not let you actually go in there and change it either. Some things that I have seen people do is they will hit one country and then exclude every other country. Language. Here again, choose the language that your audience is speaking. I actually like maximize conversion for this beating strategy. I don't like TCPA, it restricts everything too much. Maximize conversions allows you to throttle the budget to the result, and because YouTube loses so much attribution, it's best just to kind of go with aggressive beating strategy, because you may get 10 conversions and it may only see 2. It may think it's getting a bad TCPA, but that's okay. I mean, you know what's happening if you're a good marketer. If it's getting $500 conversions in Google, but you know it's getting 100 in reality, maybe you set a target CPA for like $550. What Google says, and what I've actually seen to be fairly true, is your budget has to be 15 to 16 times bigger than your CPA. If your campaigns are currently getting like 26 CPA, multiply that by 16 and you got $416. This is per day. $416 times 8 is 3,328. This is when Google said it has enough information to start to optimize. It's not optimized yet. This is like you pass the starting line at 3,300. So this is where it gets very expensive. If you are saying I got $26 cost per acquisition, we're like cool, we're gonna spend $500 a day. Like that's a scary proposition for a lot of companies. You could spend $10 a day if you would like. It's just going to take a year to optimize. This part here you're gonna have to leave this, but again, just like our YouTube remarketing videos that we shot, if you use this negative placement exclusion, you will remove yourself from partners on a display network, which is banner ads, apps, kids games, all the junk. It just removes it all and it shows only on YouTube. So your videos will not show anywhere else but on YouTube. So that cuts your optimization time in half. It's amazing. Devices. That's what I actually like, because we talked about TV screens in the video remarketing campaign. Engage view conversions in a TV screen is difficult. A click-through conversion is fairly impossible when you are talking about the connected TVs. You will get a better chance without TV screens though, that's my opinion. That's what we have seen fairly frequently. I don't use any sort of frequency capping, period. Everyone knows that people that tell you, you know what, I keep seeing the ads and I bought one. You all heard that person, you've been that person. But then everyone's like, no, I know exactly how long it's going to take to get Bob to buy. No, you don't. If you are gonna overshow your ads to people, that's okay, welcome to digital marketing. Let the algorithm do its job. Ad schedule. If it's lead generation, sometimes you may only want to run this kind of like maybe at 5 AM to 10 PM, like when it's a little bit more business hourly. E-commerce run 24/7. If you can have an audience that is lead generation, but it's still digital enough, like we run agency ads 24/7, and we still get the people that are entrepreneurs. We're gonna skip third-party measurement because that's not going to be appropriate for this video. Here's what I want to talk about though. Our audience. The audience is going to be the biggest area that you're going to need to take your time on, almost even more than the video. It's really work to develop a really solid audience, but custom segments are going to be the things that Google will create for you, or ones that you created yourself. So for example, I using myshopify.com. This is still an audience that converts for me today. If you go to myshopify.com, this is still actually a domain that people go to after they log in. It's still an audience that Google have millions of people in. I want the people who are logging into their Shopify store because huge brands are on Spotify now too. I mean $100 million companies are on Shopify, so if you are logging in, I wanna get to know you well and want to pay at least 2 pennies to get in front of you. Here's the new segment, people who search for any of these terms. Google is now starting to double check things. So let's say your domain register and you are trying to get people who are buying domains. Well, maybe people that visit GoDaddy. This still works right now. Well, if I go to Google and I type in here GoDaddy, that's the same URL. So the URL bar and the search bar are the same bar. So if I say people search for these terms on Google, I basically saying anybody that goes to GoDaddy is like, oh yeah, we have an audience here that goes to GoDaddy. Test that audience and Google's optimization will find the people that go to the website that have been purchasing domains, and it will start to get more and more conversions. So this is a really good way to get right in front of an audience of people that are going to websites right now. The new segment here is people with this interest or purchase intentions, or people who search these terms on Google. So the same thing that we just talked about, but only keywords. So a lot of times you can take your inbound Google Ads search campaign, copy those keywords, paste it into here, and now you have a very similar audience that you are attracting on YouTube. For example, let's type in Nike shoes in second option. Let's say we are a third-party retailer and it says, hey, okay, I want to have people who search for these terms on Google. This is people who search for any of these terms in Google. So they went to either Google and search, or they went to YouTube and search. If it's not on Google or on YouTube, it's going to read the website information and then show the ad to people who have been on websites that feature words like Nike shoes. This one here, any people with any of these interests or purchase intentions. I like it better than this one here because Nike shoes means Google has already identified a person right now or yesterday that is looking to buy Nike shoes. So if you say, hey, can I just have all the people that are interested in buying Nike shoes? Perfect, you got that audience now. I don't use my first-party audiences here like all visitors of my website. I'm just looking for pure cold traffic. I will remarket my audience in different campaign. I will not use that here at all. So if you are saying like Nike, it will give you some suggestions. Great. So if you are watching this video, an excellent use of time is to go to learn the in-market and affinity audiences that are available for your industry. And the difference between affinity, I like to call it a permanent feature of your personality, and in-market is a temporary recent spike of activity. So if I have affinity for Nike shoes, I might work at Nike. I might be a shoe designer, I may work at a shoe store. I would say affinity also can be basketball player, person that is constantly obsessing over basketball in a good way. If you are talking about products like Nike shoes, use in market. Affinity for a product doesn't really work that well. Test it, but usually it doesn't. Exclusions. Again, you can exclude your people. I actually don't like to exclude website visitors. I know it sounds stupid, but these people are going to take multiple clicks before they convert. So if you exclude your website visitors, for example, once they click and then go on your website, this campaign says, alright, done, I'm not showing my ads to them. Exclude your converters, don't exclude your website visitors. Demographics. I don't use it at all. I have a multiple use cases. Now that I'm missing like 70% of my conversion if I exclude the unknown. And we have a woman's hair regrowth serum that is 95% conversion, and I think it's like 19 out of 20 were male. We never exclude unknown household income because nowadays almost 60 or 70% of our market is in the unknowns. I will just use a quick example here on the left. This is 40% of your market. This is on the right are unknowns, 60% of your market. YouTube videos, time doesn't matter unless it's YouTube Shorts. You need to have it under 60 seconds and you can only target mobile users, and you need to have it uploaded as a vertical video, and you need to have a Shorts URL. The more ads you give, the better Google will be at optimizing. Google will choose his favorite child and just skyrocket the ad spend to the moon, and that's the one that's performing the best. So upload 5, 10, 15, 20, doesn't matter, upload more than 2 and you will have the best chance of success. Google just choose one that likes and pushes it. Again, let's talk about audiences here. Unknown age has 102 conversions and my best one is 75. Now if I excluded this, my 55 age group might be the best, but I missed out an additional 100 conversions. Gender. If we look at the gender here, I would miss out on about 100. Best way to do this is target everything and then narrow to what's working and what's not. Also, we are seeing unknown audiences getting bigger and bigger.